The government has decided to ban the export of fresh tomatoes. Trucks that used to cross borders into Ghana, Togo, Benin, and Côte d'Ivoire are now stopping at home. People are shocked. Traders are worried. Markets are buzzing. Imagine walking into your local market tomorrow looking for fresh tomatoes and finding only a few left. Prices rising, shelves empty, and cooks scrambling. This is not a scene from a movie. It could happen very soon, and it is all because of this new decision in Burkina Faso. If you care about tomatoes, prices, markets, or even just what is on your plate, you need to pay attention to this story. Right now, this is one of the biggest news stories in West Africa. Before we go deeper, hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon. Stay updated with the latest news in Burkina Faso and across West Africa. Don't miss any updates as this story develops. The government of Burkina Faso announced this ban in mid-March. The main reason, they want to support local tomato processing factories. These factories make tomato paste, canned tomatoes, sauces, and other products. By keeping fresh tomatoes in the country, the government hopes to strengthen local businesses. They believe that by limiting exports, more tomatoes will go to processing factories instead of being sold fresh in other countries. This is part of a larger strategy many African countries are trying: keep raw products at home and add value locally. It's a smart idea for Burkina Faso's local economy. More factories working means more jobs. More tomato paste produced locally means the country can earn more money from processed goods instead of just selling fresh tomatoes abroad. But at the same time, this decision could have ripple effects across West Africa. Ghana is one of the countries most affected. Many traders in northern Ghana depend on fresh tomatoes from Burkina Faso. During periods when Ghana's local tomato production is low, these traders rely heavily on Burkina Faso's supply. Now, with the ban in place, Ghanaian traders are worried. They're asking themselves, will there be enough tomatoes for local markets? Will prices go up in the coming days? How will this affect small businesses and street vendors who depend on cheap tomatoes? For example, imagine a small trader in northern Ghana. Every day they transport tomatoes from Burkina Faso to sell in local markets. If the trucks stop coming, they may have to buy more expensive tomatoes or sell less. This will directly affect their income and the prices that consumers pay. But it is not just Ghana. Countries like Côte d'Ivoire, Togo, and Benin also import fresh tomatoes from Burkina Faso. Some of this trade is official, documented by governments, but a large portion is informal, done quietly across borders, sometimes without official records. This informal trade is very important. It helps small traders earn a living and supplies urban markets where demand for fresh tomatoes is high. If the supply from Burkina Faso stops, even partially, the effects could be felt immediately. Traders may need to look for alternative suppliers. Consumers may see higher prices, smaller tomatoes, or even temporary shortages. Authorities in Burkina Faso want to make sure that more tomatoes go into local factories. They want these factories to produce more tomato paste, sauces, and other products that can be sold locally and even exported as finished goods. This is a strategy called value addition. Instead of selling raw tomatoes cheaply abroad, Burkina Faso wants to sell processed products for a higher price. This can help the country in many ways. More jobs in factories, higher income from exports of processed goods, stronger local economy, less dependency on raw product exports. But it also comes with challenges. Neighboring countries depend on Burkina Faso's fresh tomatoes. If they suddenly receive less supply, they will need to adapt quickly. In the short term, here's what could happen. Prices rise in markets across West Africa. Traders face shortages and struggle to find alternatives. Consumers pay more for fresh tomatoes. Small street vendors may have less stock to sell. Some experts say the ban may cause temporary pain before the benefits are seen. It may take weeks or even months for markets to adjust. In the long term, Burkina Faso hopes to build a stronger local processing industry. If successful, this could make the country less dependent on selling raw produce. Processed tomato products can be exported at a higher value. Other African countries are watching closely. Many are considering similar strategies. The idea is simple: keep raw materials at home, process them locally, and sell finished products abroad. This approach can create jobs, strengthen local businesses, and boost national income. Traders are worried but also hopeful. Some say, "We rely on Burkina Faso's tomatoes every day. If the supply stops, we need a plan." Others say, "We hope the government also helps us find alternatives or support during the adjustment period." Consumers are also watching prices closely. Tomatoes are a staple in many West African diets. Soups, stews, sauces, almost every meal uses them. Shortages could affect daily life for millions of people. Much of the tomato trade in West Africa is informal. Trucks may cross borders quietly, and small traders often operate outside official channels. This makes it harder to track real supply and demand. Official statistics may not show the immediate impact, but markets and consumers will feel it quickly. Even if official data looks stable, local market prices may rise. Consumers may notice fewer tomatoes on the shelves and higher costs. Countries like Ghana, Côte d'Ivoire, Togo, and Benin may now need to increase local production or find new suppliers. This could lead to more local tomato farming initiatives, investments in irrigation or farming techniques, search for alternative import countries. Some farmers in these countries may benefit by growing more tomatoes locally, but small traders may struggle in the meantime. The government's goal is clear. They want to support local processing factories, keep more tomatoes for domestic use, add value before exporting products, create jobs and income locally. They're thinking about the long-term benefits rather than short-term disruptions. Economists say this could be a smart move. Raw agricultural products are often sold cheaply abroad. Processed products sell at a higher price. By processing tomatoes locally, Burkina Faso can earn more money and strengthen its economy. However, there are risks. Neighboring countries' shortages may create market instability. Prices could rise too fast. Governments will need to manage the transition carefully. For consumers, this may mean paying more for fresh tomatoes, seeing fewer tomatoes in the market, and adjusting recipes if tomatoes are expensive. Small street vendors and small restaurants may also feel the pressure. Many rely on fresh tomatoes daily. Burkina Faso is part of a larger trend in Africa. Many countries want to reduce exports of raw products, process raw materials locally, and sell finished goods at higher value. This approach can create jobs, strengthen local businesses, and boost national income. For West Africa, the tomato ban is an important case study. It shows how one country's policy can affect neighboring countries' markets, cross-border trade, prices for consumers, and livelihoods of small traders. Traders and governments will need to react quickly. Planning for local production or alternative sourcing is now a priority. In the coming weeks, we will see how Ghana, Côte d'Ivoire, Togo, and Benin adjust. Markets will show price changes. Consumers will experience the real impact of the ban. Burkina Faso's processing factories may increase output. This story is still developing. It will take time to see the full effects on West African markets. The tomato ban in Burkina Faso is a bold move. It shows the government is serious about strengthening local industries and adding value. At the same time, it reminds us how interconnected West African markets are. One country's decision can ripple across borders and affect millions. For traders, farmers, and consumers, the next few weeks will be critical. Prices, supply, and availability of tomatoes may change. Governments and markets must adapt. And for you, the consumer, it's time to watch your markets closely. Be prepared for possible price changes. Support local farmers and traders whenever possible. This is not just about tomatoes. It's about economy, trade, and livelihoods. It's about how policies can impact daily life. Stay tuned. We will continue to bring you updates on market prices, trade developments, and government announcements. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the latest news in West Africa. Don't miss any updates as this story continues to unfold.